Alright, so I finally got another camera in. It's an A7 that I got from Mercari. It had been listed on Mercari for quite some time. It was originally listed for like 300 something for parts, and I ended up waiting, I don't know, it had to have been 6 months. And I just happened to look at some of the messages I had sent to people, and this one was still around. One of the few listings that wasn't a scam. I don't know what it is with Mercari, but that site, it's 90% scammers. I feel everyone has zero feedback or whatever on there, and most of the time it's people just listing like A7 3s, 4s, whatever for like $300, just trying to scam you. But this one I ended up, like I said, getting for $135. Does have quite a few different issues. One thing I noticed when I got it was kind of interesting. I've never seen this before. It looks as if this protector for the LCD panel was replaced one other time, because there's a gap in between this frame and the actual protector, and normally you don't see that from factory, so somebody had already replaced this at one point. I'm not going to be messing with it. I have turned it on. It was basically stating in the listing that the mode dial basically wasn't working, which is basically the case. It'll turn on and everything functions, it takes photos, but the mode dial doesn't change anything. The EVF does function. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the EVF does function. Everything functions except for the mode dial. So there's either something wrong with the mode dial or the top ribbon, which I have one here that I've already swapped the ribbon out onto the plate, the base plate that includes the shutter button. So I'm gonna see if there's something wrong with the button, if there's a way to do that, or I'm just gonna swap this out quick and see if it fixes it. This one does have some cosmetic issues. The LCD panel is quite worn. There's some scratches here. Obviously the memory card door is completely missing, and the SD card door is missing, which that's not just from wear, but this is falling off. Looks like somebody tried to glue it one other time. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you could replace this back panel, but since, I don't know, it depends. Maybe I'll think about doing that, but it's not a cheap part. It did come with an eyepiece, but I just threw it in the trash because it was trash. This is a Chinese replacement. You can tell from the plastic welds here. It's Chinese replacement. It's junk. So I'll just put a new one on those. It does, interestingly, does look like there's some super glue up here too. That was used to glue the grip on, which is interesting because these grips, the top part of these grips, usually don't come off. I haven't really seen any that this comes off on. So this is a well-loved camera. It has a 32,000 shutter count, which for standard, you know, folks is probably a decent amount. But anyway, let's get right into it. Screws could use a good cleaning. that takes time with the wear on this camera. I don't know that I'll bother doing it. I won't do the vinegar soak because it takes off all of the black paint. I might just swap out some of the internal screws for externals. Or I'll see if I can clean up some of them fairly quickly, see how they clean up. Not too bad, but obviously this is time consuming. We'll see. Oh, I gotta pause. I got somebody asking a question on an eBay camera. I'll be right back. Alright, well, I'm back for now. She might be messaging back again. It's really kind of an unfortunate situation. Lady is in the country from Argentina, and she's working on a cruise ship. She's staying at a friend's house, bought a camera, and apparently she's only at the location, she's only at her friend's relative's place on the weekends and working on the cruise ship during the week. And the camera got to her, and it must have took a hit. Started acting funny. It functions, but I think like the top ribbon might have got damaged. It cycles through. It's like somebody's pressing one of the buttons, the directional buttons in the menus, and various times in manual mode the aperture will apparently start changing aperture. She's messaging again. Please hold. Sorry about that again. This is the most that she's actually been able to message me at one time. She's on a cruise ship, and she's recently only been able to message me like one time a day. But I think I don't know if she's gonna take the partial refund. I feel like she's probably gonna lean towards a return, which I don't blame her. Just have to see if I can fix it. If I can't fix it, then I'll have to try to file a claim with UPS. As I did fully insure it. All of the cameras I sell, I fully insure with signature tracking, just in case something were to happen. We'll see what she says. It's an unfortunate situation, but hopefully we can get it resolved for her. I've got another one that's stuck down here. I've been getting a lot of those lately. Seems like people tighten it too much on the mount and they get stuck to the mount point. Not sure why that happens exactly. There it goes. Thought it went. Oh, there it goes. It's even got some funkiness around the edge. I don't know if that's super glue or it must be glue. It's pretty crusty. Okay, that's odd. Why is that there? Okay, this camera's been opened. This is a screw from the motherboard. That's not supposed to be there. If that's the case, it could be that this is off. If you don't line that up properly, when you're putting the top on, it won't spin. So it could potentially be that that's not lined up. It's not in place. I'm hoping that's it. That would be cool. At the moment, that's my leading theory. I'm going to double check that, put it back together enough to test it. Oh, getting sidetracked. Oh yeah, and that's a number 1. That's not supposed to be down there. These are supposed to be number 2s. Yeah, there's another number 1. We got all kinds of screws in the wrong spot. Oh, so number 2. There's no thermal pad on it, so this would have overheated. There's no thermal pad. Fortunately, I think I have one. So I did a poor job repairing this. That's interesting though. So this screw is supposed to be one of the motherboard screws, but it's in the wrong spot, and there's 3 of them here. See? That's a motherboard screw. So this must have went to somebody who was a camera repair person. That's the only way they would have extra screws. These screws are only on the motherboard. On this one is supposed to be a number 2, I believe. So that's normal. A black screw there, that's normal. So this is an extra screw for the motherboard, which I'll take it. I can always use extra screws. That flipper almost looks like it could be damaged, but might not be. Technically, I don't need to remove that one. Technically, I don't need to remove those either. Figures. For some reason, I want to dig down farther in this guy and take the board off. I don't need to do that. So that was the right screw. Actually, technically, I don't think I have to remove that one either. Well, that was pretty well smashed on there. Somehow it's got dirt underneath the plastic protector. Not sure how that happens. That's interesting. Let's see if these are right. Okay, that looks right. I don't think that was right. I don't think that is one of those tappers. See if these are right. Okay, that's right. We've got some sand in here. That's interesting. Okay, that's right. Oh, that's loose. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the problem. Cracked ribbon. Cracked ribbon. So when somebody took this apart, they didn't probably disconnect that one and ripped it off. That's what happened. Alright, well, mystery solved. They didn't put this in right. I wonder if somebody was working on the shutter of this thing. I say that, yeah, somebody was down in deep to this thing. This screw is loose, and it's felt like it was cross-threaded. There it went. The shutter on this does sound horrible, so it'll probably need a shutter motor replaced in it. I don't know that I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that right now. It does make me wonder what all else inside here is messed up, but I'm not going to be doing that right now. I just want to replace the top ribbon. Oh, look at that. That must have been broken too. Huh. Oh yeah, this is a broken one too. Is it? Am I imagining things? I guess I'll have to check the tape to see if I broke that or if it was already broken. I can't use that one more than likely. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. This is just the wireless antenna anyway, I believe, or the Bluetooth. I can't remember which is which. It's not critical that it's needed, but we will replace it. Okay, hopefully I won't have to take any more breaks. They responded and they opted for a partial refund, so I was processing that. More cuts than I've had in a video. Try not to have any cuts when I do a video. Prefer it that way anyway. That way you know what's going on. Oh, that's the wrong screw. That's another number 1 in there. So yeah, this definitely was messed with, that's for certain. That screw is missing. That's where that other screw came from. I forgot. These screws are also here. Oh, that was crunchy. Okay, so that explains that. That's not supposed to be there. My goodness, they just threw stuff wherever. That's supposed to be a plastic tapping screw, I'm pretty sure. And it's a shorter version of a plastic tapper, if I remember right. Oh, no, just number 2. That one's a number 2. Jesus. Sorry, it's just comical sometimes when you see things that people have done in the repair process where they're not doing things properly. I just find it funny. At least I know that the shutter button is good. Oh my goodness, what are those cats doing? I think Remy is trying to climb the shower curtain again. Yeah. See, that's ripped out of there. Yeah, anyway. Garbage. I also have to replace. What is he doing in there? He's trying to climb up the shower curtain. Oh my goodness. Remy is such a crazy cat. He's so crazy. Yeah, that was the right one. It's been a while since I messed with this particular tray. It's like a little mini tray that holds some of the stuff together. You normally don't have to mess with it. Obviously, when people tear stuff out, there's kind of a need to. Kind of don't remember exactly how this thing comes off. Maybe Oh, okay. It's just a little mini guy. Okay, so the tray doesn't need to come out. Got a bunch of sand in there. I thought when I was flipping this that it felt a little crunchy. Maybe it was the other one. Yeah, there's sand all up in this thing. Come on out of there. Oh yeah, so that screw is missing too on the other one. That's a number one. One thing I'm worried about is those sensor points. Oh no, those are resistors, so those might be okay. Just give them a clean up. Sensors are on the inside half. Yeah, that should work. It's gotta go that way. Let's replace some of these crusty ones. That's right. Okay. Oh yes, lining up the that, it's in the shape of a D essentially. So I'll usually try to point it to the bottom. Bottom this way being top. And make sure that this is to the bottom. It's easier if you have these shelves kind of made up before you start working on a camera, just because it takes a lot of time to get those ribbons in place. Got some resistance going on. Oh, it's just the folding of this. Is that it? Yeah, it must be. Okay. That was a parts top, anyway, top shell. So that's why you keep random parts around. You never know what you're going to find in these things. I might have to take a few of these screws from another camera to make sure that I have all the right ones. Oh, that didn't get seated. There it goes. Oh wait. Did I put in a screw too early down there? Maybe that's the problem. I don't take this these tops off too much, so I don't remember the order of things 100%. Oh, this ribbon's in the way. Down here. That ribbon's in the way. Who's that foot? That's what's doing it. There it goes. Okay. I think think everything looks good with that. We will need this. I have a couple extra of those around somewhere, but I'll try to reuse them from wherever I take them from originally. Okay. So I think we're ready to go back together. I don't like this sand here. This really isn't doing much for us anyway. Somebody folded that backwards. It's supposed to kind of rest up against this, but with the amount of weather sealing that's in this thing as it is, which isn't much, it's not going to help. Try to get that one in first because it's the shortest, and also that one has never been in a socket before since it's new. So this cable's never been bent, although now that I think of it, it really needs to not go in now. Unfortunately, it needs to stay out, because I need to put some heat shielding onto that. So we'll just leave it. And I did connect all those ribbons, right? Did I? No, I didn't. I'm glad I looked at that. This one right here. I know you guys are probably screaming at me, hey, you forgot something. Apparently I heard you. Now I gotta look. I gotta see if that's a number 2 or a tapping one. Let's see what the service manual says. That's a 7R7. Yeah, number. Oh, it is a number 12. It is a tapper. Okay. Try to remember that for the next one. Okay. Pretty sure I have an extra thermal pad around here. I think. Yeah. Oh, that's a new one. Oh, there's one. Yeah. Yep. To do this right, wireless has to go over top of the thermal pad. Okay. Yeah, that's not the releasing sticky side. Oh my goodness, sand everywhere in this thing. Somebody took this to the beach. Sorry, I'm cleaning this off camera because I don't want all this sand all over everything. I'll just sweep the floor. It's been a longer video than I expected. Had a little bit more work to do than expected. I'm just hoping that this ends up working. I think the nasty noises are from the sand in here. I think there's some sand stuck in the unit somewhere. Come on. Oh. Man, whoever put... somebody bent that. I wonder it's not going together smooth. Oh, it's probably gonna... You can't really bend this stuff. It just breaks. These alloys are very brittle. It's probably gonna bust right off, which is unfortunate. I mean, there's plenty of other stuff holding it in, but throw this on there and see if that fixed it. Oh my goodness, it's so stiff that it's not wanting to stay in. Top left. Bottom left, top right, there it goes. Now for this piece, you want to put this plastic part in place so that you can get the proper alignment. Otherwise you're just going to mess up the alignment. Get that in place where it's supposed to be, then take off the sticky tape for the record button. And then then you got 1 or 2 chances to get this on there properly. Okay, we're good. I should have made this a two-parter and went down to the shutter and looked at that, but it might still be a two-parter. Just I want to see if this works anyway. Alright, so it's still in P. Well, I guess it's notched in P. And haha, yeah, there we go. So sometimes you got to go around. You have to go around in order for it to detect all the correct slots. So yeah, auto, low light. Okay, so that's working. We've got, okay, so now we just need to make sure that the other dials are functioning appropriately. Since I had to replace that, make sure that those dials are working. Okay, so that's functioning. I don't think, alright, yeah, I gotta go into aperture. Okay, so that's not working. That button's not working. That scroll wheel's not working. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to do more work. That ribbon or this wheel doesn't work, one of the two. And it's a lot of work to get to that point. So yeah, we got plus minus on that, but we don't have it here. So this wheel or the ribbon is broken. Alright, part 2 at a later point. We'll see if we can get this thing fully functional at some point. Well, let's let's just make sure the shutter still works. Yeah, hey, listen to that shutter. Grindy. Yeah, I know this was functioning prior with the old ribbon. I think the corrosion on the what are they, resistors or something there, or maybe the fuse is blown. Either way, might have to get a new one of those, but we'll see. There'll be a part 2 to this where we'll tackle the other pieces. Alright, thanks. Bye.